Welcome back to Gin Reviews from South Florida. Tonight, we are going to go back to Kentucky, the old bluegrass state, and we're going to dive into one of my most favorite distilleries that I've ever been to, and the great people at Castle and Key. This is Roots of Ruin, Kentucky Dry Gin.
Come on in, let's drink some gin. Let's drink some gin with the GinJoe. The GinJoe Show, drinking gin.
The site of our distillery is rich with Kentucky history. Here in the grounds, which include the castle, sunken garden, and iconic spring house, whiskey was once made under the watchful eye of Colonel E.H. Taylor, who broke ground in his medieval-style distillery in 1887. It's cool. Decades later, after his passing, the distillery itself fell into disrepair and sat abandoned for half a century. And that, we thought, would not do. When we dreamt up Castle and Key, our ambition was to build on Colonel Taylor's fine foundation. It would be an understatement to say we updated the grounds. Our cutting-edge distillery would probably be unrecognizable to him today, but we have no doubt he'd like what's going on here. That, for the first time in a long time, spirits are being made in his castle again. Now, just that alone right there, isn't that outstanding? I particularly love this bottle. It is a really high caliber bottle from the top to the bottom, which has the Castle and Key insignia. I also really like this paper they used here for the label. The colors just pop with it. Speaking about like a nice bottle on your gin shelf, this is one of them. Now, originally I did Castle and Key's Restoration Gin. They have put out more and more products. So I have every single bottle of Castle and Key. This is their Autumn 2020 recipe. I love these bottles too. Everything's right here. All your botanicals, your mash bill is here, just like a fine whiskey or bourbon. Here is their other collection here in the limited release that they did, and this is Rise. We will definitely get to those on another video. I'd like to do a whole Castle and Key presentation, and maybe even start with this one here as the second of the series, because the original one is still there, which I will link to this video. The Spirit from the Ashes, just cool. Alright, so we are coming in at a whopping 53%. 53%. I haven't had Navy strength in a while, and I know it's not quite a Navy strength, but 53%. I mean, that's gonna pack a punch. The mash bill: 17% yellow corn, 63% rye, 20% malted barley. Gotta love it. We wanted to keep our gin simple. 8 botanicals, all of them native to Kentucky. Every single one given their moment to shine. Botanicals: chamomile, ginger, rosemary, licorice root, lemon verbena, juniper, of course, coriander, and angelica. Those are the 8 that they use. They are native to Kentucky, the ones that they are using in this, which I love. This was one of the gins, when I went to this distillery, it made me want to do what they're doing. I want to distill like they're doing. See how we open this one up. So they did put a little like lock here on it. I like this a lot. It's really cool. But I do see one of those annoying plastic. I get it. Started, I think. Oh, yep. Nice. Wasn't too bad. There's a big old cork in there. Let's do a big old reveal pop here and see what happens. Yes. 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 That only comes with this right here. That's a really nice weighted piece of steel. Um, it's so cool. I mean, there's like a decoder thing here. I mean, there's so many little things that goes on in this bottle alone that let's hope the gin is worth the pop we just heard. Oh, I love a bottle that has a lip like that, because when you pour, you won't waste. It's not going to dribble. You're going to get what you want every time. Yes. Yes. Okay, so right away I definitely smell the juniper up front. The alcohol is definitely present. I mean, on first inspection here, it is legging, but it's not too viscous. I would expect that with a higher proof gin as this. Now, this definitely has that malted corn, almost like the moonshine background essence you would get off like a white lightning. But the great thing about this is the rye is peppery, and I can smell the peppery rye like in the background. The juniper, the licorice, the gingers there, the citrus is the verbena is making this really nice brightness to it. I have to do it. This is definitely a sipping neat gin. If there's ever been one, this is one right here. Salute. Cheers. Wow. Take my breath away. Oh my God. There's a lot going on. Okay. First, the burn is just that. It's like fire. One time I asked my cousin when I was young, he was talking about how he just had whiskey. I said, what did it taste like? And he said it tasted like drinking fire. And that's what this is. It's a very nice, tight, low, slow explosion going on. It's numbing the tip of my tongue. I think that has to do with the ginger and maybe the licorice, because it is definitely, it's actually my lips here and the tip of my tongue is actually completely numb right now. In a good way though. The juniper is definitely front and foremost, but the peppery rye note of the base spirit, it's shining in this. I see a Sazerac with this. I see a few cocktails. I also see myself sitting here with a nice large cube of ice, pouring about 2 or 3 shots of this in that cup and just sipping on it, because this is definitely a sipping gin. This is great for someone that wants to know more about gin and the botanicals and how they use botanicals to express the base, to express other botanicals, to bring out more of a shine here, less of a shine there. This is one of those gins that it's very, very complex, but it's also very simplified, and it's that it is a high proof, beautifully bouqueted, botanically rich gin. We are definitely going to do a GNT. Just a standard tumbler will do tonight, not too fancy. Perfect. Salute, you bastard, salute. it's lovely. No, it's outstanding. It's outstanding. This is, the rye is a really big component of this gin and tonic. The rye is really what's shining with the tonic and the quinine. I'm gonna add my citrus, a little bit of Persian, lime, and a little bit of this beautiful lemon, just to see if I could accent that lemon verbena and bring the citrusy brightness just a little more brighter. 100% what that just did. Wow. Okay, so the rye is now kind of lowered, which is good, because the citrus, the botanical, the lemon verbena, the angelica, and the juniper are now being more pronounced with the addition of these two citrus. I'd like to see what Angostura Reggae will do. That just fancified it? I don't know. There's something about nutmeg and cloves and allspice in this combination of these bitters that just adds, it enhances an already amazing gin and tonic. It just enhances it. I can't wait to do the rest of these Castle and Key gins. From me to you to me, and everyone else in the middle, from sea to shining sea. I wish you guys a wonderful night, a beautiful morning, a gorgeous afternoon, well-rested week, well-rested weekend, wherever we're at here watching this. If you can get to Kentucky, one of the things you have to do when you go to the Bluegrass State is check out this distillery right there, Castle and Key. It's outstanding. An amazing product made right here in the States. Another amazing product. Alright, well, have a good night. Ciao, you bastards, all the rest, and sayonara.
Hello. Thank you for stopping by. I have one small favor to ask. For me, a horse. Subscribe. Just subscribe, please. For me, a horse munching on the grass. No more, no less. For me, the horse. Not for the gin guy. Me. Remember me? The horse.